and we had left off talking. We had started talking about the Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, and which segued for us into Dollhouse. You don't think Dollhouse is going to be all that great?
I don't know. I haven't read anything about it. I've seen clips of it, like that they showed from saying it's just like some kind of commercial thing that threw stuff together, and the concept seems kind of cool, but I don't know. I mean, Joss Whedon is creating it, so I'm sure it's gonna. And I like Eliza Dushku.
I love Eliza Dushku.
I don't like that, but it's cool that they're getting back together, and I'm sure if anything it'll be tolerable. But I don't have the high expectations for it, but I'll watch it.
Well, apparently the Fox people are really trying to make this work. They don't want to repeat a Firefly.
Yeah, I was about to say, because they did an awesome job with Firefly.
Yeah, no, they totally messed up. I mean, maybe people who make decisions have since switched out at Fox. I don't know. I don't claim to know these things or be privy to them. But they're trying to do right by Dollhouse now, where they couldn't do right by Firefly before. And, you're right. With Joss Whedon, he already has a bit of cachet there that we're willing to give him more of a chance. But everything I've seen so far has not excited me.
Yeah.
It's
just one of those things like, oh, yeah, it's coming out. I'll watch it. But I'm not really excited for it either.
Could this be another, another case like Dr. Horrible sing-along blog where you don't know what to expect, and then when you finally see it, it kind of, like, catches you by surprise. Maybe that's what Joss is doing on purpose. He doesn't want to build... Hey, don't we bitch and moan about building up expectations that don't get met? And he's just saying, look, this is something that's going to happen here, and they're not really hyping it and building it up a whole lot. They're just saying, look, this is something we're going to do, and when it's here, you'll see it.
Yeah, and I'd rather everyone do it that way.
Yeah, okay. So I give him that. Although,
I almost, I shouldn't say almost. I wasn't going to see the Dark Knight movie regardless, but I was so sick of hearing about the fucking movie that I was like, man, it's like, it was just like months and months and months of people talking about it and how great it was going to be. And I saw it, and I'm like, it was good, but, I don't care how much you hype something. It's never going to live up to the hype if you do it that fucking long.
It's called the first time rule. The first time is never going to live up to everything you imagine it to be. The Dark Knight, I finally saw it myself too, and I was really impressed.
Now, I was impressed too, but people who are saying it's the best movie ever, fucking get over yourselves. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's not even the best superhero movie ever.
No, I agree with that too.
No. Don't get me wrong, and I know fanboy ire out there is just, I said that, and people are going, what's wrong with you? It's a superior film, but
it is.
It's not a superhero movie. It's a crime movie. In fact, the whole costume of Batman was completely superfluous. I didn't see a reason why he even wore it. It was really bad. And those scenes when Christian Bale would talk as, well, you must do these things because it's something that, it just showed how ridiculous superheroes can be, and I wasn't buying it then. As Bruce Wayne, awesome. All the other characters, awesome.
Batman was the weakest character. And again, going back to Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne made Batman Begins.
Right.
Again, Bruce Wayne is always going to be the more interesting character,
I agree.
And Batman is just sometimes so over the top that you can't take it seriously.
I agree.
But luckily everything else is kind of grounded in reality too. Like the Joker was really, I don't know. Batman unfortunately was the worst part of the Dark Knight.
It was. Batman
but
was
the worst
part.
But it wasn't bad enough to ruin the movie.
No,
not even close.
And the stunts were incredible.
And I have to say that the editing was much better during the fights, because that was my number one complaint with Batman Begins. Is like too much fucking choppy editing when they were fighting.
Well, they're doing Bourne Identity type stuff. They're trying to do that. And even the second one, I was like, did anyone follow through on a punch in any of these things? Because the camera was always right there, and you kept hearing stuff, but you really didn't see anything. If you ask me,
it was better than Batman Begins, though.
Yeah,
the fight scenes are much better.
Yeah, so but Batman, The Dark Knight was a really, really, really good movie. I think maybe could have been the best movie this year, although I still would put Iron Man up there with it.
I would too.
You know, because Iron Man to me was just another movie that completely took me by surprise. You know, that you had Robert Downey Jr. basically, that it was his Pulp Fiction.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was his Pulp Fiction, and you always got to treasure those moments when you see those things. So, what's next? I mean, what movies out there right now that that Geek Nation can wait for? You know, that we're hoping is going to be great. I mean, well, we got Harry Potter. Harry Potter's gonna. It looks good.
Yeah,
I like
Harry Potter movies. I don't think they're great. I enjoy them for exactly what they are. But, but there's if you want to see a fucking scary fucking movie, this is all horror is part of the genre.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree.
You seen that trailer for the movie Quarantine?
Yes.
Okay, that is a remake of a Spanish movie that just came out last summer.
Oh, okay.
And it's titled Record.
Okay.
But it's actually REC. That's the name of the Spanish movie. And this Quarantine is the shot-for-shot remake of it. I watched Record like 3 weeks ago. Fucking best horror movie I've seen since Behind the Mask, The Legend of Leslie Vernon.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I've heard of that one, but I've not seen it.
Fucking awesome. And here's my complaint. Spanish movie just came out last summer, June. And they bought it and remade it, repackaged it. And they're bringing it out here in October.
Right.
Now, and I heard that there was a panel at San Diego for Quarantine, and I really wish I could have gone to San Diego. But I didn't. But I want to know, is like, so if it doesn't have Caucasians in the movie speaking English, that automatically it's going to fail.
Yeah. Huh.
Like, is it that racist in Hollywood that this movie just came out, and this movie is just so fucking awesome, and it's the fact that they're remaking it, and it's a shot-for-shot remake of the fucking movie, and they need to get white people in it because Americans can't tolerate watching someone speaking Spanish.
People of ethnic origin
and reading subtitles
typically don't do and that
fucking ignorant Americans.
Which is why Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, being one of the most successful foreign films, that blew people away.
That blew me away. Idea. I mean, I knew it was going to be awesome, and I loved it, but it blew me away that people actually
went to go see
it. But every other type of Crouching Tiger movie that came out when, like, Jet Li came out with Hero, and they came out with other movies subtitled, just didn't do well because I don't know what it was about that one movie that people loved that they were willing to tolerate reading it.
I mean, why do you see so many people? I mean, why do you watch so many shows on television now where, with the exception of minorities are minorities on television, just like in the general population, and I think. And not to get completely off track here, but no, I do believe that there is a bias towards, if people want to see English-speaking white folks in movies, pure and simple.
Yeah, and it's just pretty sad that no movie will ever, Hollywood doesn't think that a movie.
Not yet. I think it'll probably happen, but right now, no, it's not going to happen now. And you do have some folks like. You have your Morgan Freemans, your Salma Hayeks, those people who are getting into, minorities getting into television and movie production, and they're getting out in front of the camera to, come on, let's face it, Ugly Betty, that's, the fact that show does so well took a lot of people by surprise, too. And
again, it's a remake of a Mexican
television show, but I mean, they try to keep the sensibility of it. Although America Ferrera she's too damn cute to be Ugly Betty.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that show.
Well, in any case. But, again, we got way off track there.
Yeah, we did.
So we'll end this segment here with our rant on xenophobia in America. And we'll see you in the next segment.